Worksheet 2a, question 4b. M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. In this case, we're solving for x sub 1. Again, because of the division bar, we have to remember that there's a set of brackets around the numerator and the denominator. In this case, because x sub 1 is in the denominator, we'd love to move it to the numerator. We can do this by multiplying both sides by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. This makes 1. M times x sub 2 minus x sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Now that x sub 1 is on the left-hand side, we can see that there's an operation being done to it, which is addition or subtraction, as well as a set of brackets and multiplication outside of it. In this case, we can do the contents of the brackets last. We must deal with the multiplication occurring outside the brackets first. So we'll divide both sides by m. That makes 1, divided by m. X sub 2 minus x sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over m. Recall that x sub 2 is a positive value. So in order to cancel it out, we must subtract x sub 2 from the left-hand side. If we do that from the left-hand side, which makes 0, we must also do that to the right-hand side. Now often students in grade 11, they forget that this minus sign exists and it stays with the x sub 1. So it's now x sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by m minus x sub 2. Now to deal with this negative value sign, we can either multiply by -1 or divide by -1. In this case, I'm going to multiply by -1. A negative times a negative makes a positive. If we do that to the left-hand side, we also must do it to the right-hand side. X sub 1 equals -1 times y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over m minus x sub 2. That's my final answer.